In this video lecture, I will explain a C program to check whether a number is prime or not. So here you will learn to check whether an integer entered by the user is a prime number or not. So what is prime number? A prime number is a positive integer that is divisible by 1 and itself. So for example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, these numbers are either divisible by 1 or itself. So these are all prime number. So how we will write a program? First we write a header file and then main function, and here this we have declared the variables. So n is the number which a user will be entering, okay, which we want to check whether it is a prime or not. I we have taken for loop because we'll be using a loop here, and c is equal to 0. This is like a counter. So C is a counter. Why we are using this counter, I'll explain. So initially what we are saying, C is equal to 0, and then this printf any number, this printf message will just print the message as it is, and then scanf function we have taken n, so this n value will be taken from the user. So for example, the output will be, if I say enter any number, this message will be displayed on the screen, and then suppose if user enters 5, okay, and then we are coming here and checking the condition inside the for loop. So for loop, it started from 1 to n. So for loop, it will start from I is equal to 1 and I less than and equal to 5, okay, I plus plus. And here what we are checking, if n percentile I is equal to 0, n is the number, so we will check if 5 percentile 1 when I is equal to 1, because I starts from 1, if 5 percentile 1 is equal to 0, definitely the number will be divisible by 1 and itself, so this will be 0. So the counter plus plus means now the counter was 0 initially, it becomes 1 now, okay, and then we will go and update the value of I here. Now I becomes 2, and again 5 percentile 2 is equal to 0, no, so counter will not be incremented. Then I becomes 3, 5 percentile 3 is equal to 0, no, then counter will be incremented again. I becomes 4, so 5 percentile 4 is equal to 0, no, so then C will be 1 only, and then I value again incremented, it becomes 5 now, and 5 percentile 5 is equal to 0, the condition is true, so C value will be incremented, it was 1, so C will be 2, okay. Now again we'll go and increment the value of I, it becomes 6, and condition also becomes false because 6 is not less than or equal to 5, so we will come out of the for loop, and this is the statement outside the for loop. And then we are checking if C is equal to 2. So definitely if I say any number if any number is a prime, if it is divisible by 1 and itself, and counter we are setting as 0 in the beginning itself, and then we are saying if definitely any number will be divisible by 1 and 2. So whenever the number is divisible by I, and I we are taking from 1 to that number, okay, so that I mean at least 2 times if the number is prime, so this C value will be 2 definitely, because any number C value will be 2, because once it will be divisible by 1, then we are incrementing the value of counter. Once when the number is divisible by itself, we are incrementing the counter value. So when it is 0, first time when it incremented, it becomes 1, second time when it is incremented, it becomes 2, and then we are saying if C is equal to 2, the number is prime definitely, and if C is not 2, it is more than 2 or anything else, because at least it will be 2, because we are checking from 1 to n. So if it is not 2, the number is not prime. So for example, if I say 6, if I take 6, so once and the loop is, for loop is from I is equal to 1 till I less than and equal to 6, I plus plus means 6 times this loop will be executed, and 6 percentile I we need to check. So once 6 will be divisible by 1, 6 will be divisible by 2, 6 will be divisible by 3, 6 will be divisible by 6. So every time it will be divisible by 0, and then every time when it is divisible by I, we have to increment the value of C. So initially C will be 0. Now C value becomes 1 here. Here it becomes 2 and then 3 and here it becomes 4. So once we come out of the for loop, this condition is not true. So automatically else part will be executed. Number is not prime. So this is how we check a given number is prime number or not. Hope you have understood the concept. Thanks for watching.